You might, you could already be live. Are we?
Yes.
Hello, hello, hello. We are standing in amazing magical place of Tosa, and we're so happy we have that moment together. This is truly magical. We are literally in the heart of a heart of a heart of a heart, and it's all magical. We're all together, and this is magic. It was not easy year for many of us, but we're all here together and we're all smiling. And the night is amazingly beautiful. Last night we have a stars show up like an amazing ways. It was fire, it was dance, it was music, and today we're holding our joy and our heart with you. We are the new community. We are standing together because together we are better, and we are so happy to have each other. I hope you feel the magic, I hope you feel the joy, and just be with us, enjoy the magic. We are creating something so beautiful together, and I'm so happy that we have that moment to share and connect heart to heart. I love you all so much. You guys, amazing creators, just remember you're powerful.
Oh, Kyla. Namaste, everyone. FSW here. Oh, I love you all so much. I'm so grateful for you to be here to help us usher in 2025 with so much love and tenacity to go forward and make this our best year yet. So thank you for being here. You are amazing, and let's create miracles together in 2025.
And so it is. I'm Master Raa, wishing everyone a happy new year. Thrilled to be here at Tosa Blue Mountain. I want to share that we've got our beautiful chef Lucas right here, also DJ, an amazing musician, and a long-term resident, Fanny from Belgium. And we are thrilled to be with you tonight. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Well, you know, thank you, and thank you. Hi, everybody. I am MLKR, kind of hanging out here in the back, and we're already hearing fireworks in the background. The celebration has already begun, and along with our beautiful residents, and we have residents that aren't even here with us this evening, but along with our beautiful residents that are here this evening celebrating this moment, we also have a beautiful group of beings that are here, all of us together carrying forward in the energy. There they are. Hey, guys. Yay! All right. There we are. And we are all here right now wishing you a grand moment, a moment of ignition. And so from all of us here at Tosa Blue Mountain Sanctuary in Ecuador, go to tosabluemountain.com. Those of us that are birthing a new world, that are living it every single day, we bow before you for finding this broadcast. Whether you find it in real time, as we are going to timestamp in, and any potentiality, whenever you connect with the energy that is coming forward, that is birthing and co-creating with all of us this evening, know that we are standing here on the precipice of a new world, and each of us together has come forward and said yes. And so I bow before all of you, and I bow before all of you that have said yes, that are doing more than just talking about it, that are just actually really doing it. You know how much I love you, and I love all of you. So I'm going to invite these beautiful ones to rest for a moment. Thank you. We love you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And good evening, you two. Master Lady Kira Raa here. And as we come together, I'm just going to switch to these as much as I would prefer not to have them. Tonight is going to be a little bit about moving your body. So in just a moment, give me 1 second, I'm going to put these on. Make sure that we can really do some things together this evening. There we are. And let me just triple check. All right, thank you. And so if you're able to, I'm going to invite you, and as you're already aware, we are right here at Tosa Blue Mountain, and I'm going to get that ray of the pyramid just there it is, right there. So I'm going to invite you right now, if you can, to stand up.
And this evening, we're going to begin by offering a living ankh to this body of form. So what is the living ankh? The living ankh is the remembrance that we are the five-pointed star, that we are eternal life, that we are capable in this very specific field of potentiality, in this informed awareness, we are capable of calling in our eternal nature with conscious awareness while in this body of form, thereby being able to reshape our body of form, lift it, grow, expand, and it all begins with the living ankh. So with the living ankh, you like my Converse, guys, right? There we are. So we want to have our feet right there at the shoulders. And I invite you to really just allow your feet to feel the gift of connecting. Barefoot is great. Outside, always wonderful. But just really standing and relaxing. Really feeling yourself relax. There you are. And just really invite all that you are to just sink into those feet as they meet Mother Gaia. Just as they meet her, this beautiful moment, this gift of Pachamama meeting you, one-to-one, both there. And so being here right now, underneath your left foot, begin to notice, and if you're seated, keep that spine straight. And underneath your left foot, begin to notice this beautiful field of crystalline light igniting. Just this beautiful field, just notice. It's as if your left foot wants to lift. It's as if you want to lift up. And you want to feel that energy lifting and ignite the body. Really, really lift up. And as you're feeling that energy lifting up and coming up to that left, just right there, staying at the foot, this beautiful crystalline light, then I want you to feel underneath your right foot, this beautiful golden light. Just pretend if you have to. Just play along. Why not? What do you have to lose? And so you have this beautiful crystalline light under your left foot, this beautiful golden light under your right foot, and begin to feel the equanimity of the balance of those two. The equanimity of the balance. And then notice those rays coming right up just to the calves. And if you can, raise up on your toes and down. And if you're seated, just try to raise up if you're able to, or feel that energy rising. But when we lift up and when we open the archways, we're preparing the body to be in greater stillness. And so by beginning with this living ankh process, what we're doing is lifting our eternal nature into this body of form consciously in a very beautiful, quick manner. Relaxing the breath. Let those arms really relax. I want you to bring those two beautiful rays of light all the way up to the base of the spine. Just bring them all the way up to the base of the spine and let them rest right there. Feeling that illumination, feeling that energy coming up through the feet, up through the legs, right there resting at the base of the spine, where they're going to begin coming together very much like DNA spirals. So you have this beautiful crystalline light, you have this beautiful golden light, they're meeting at the base of the spine. We're going to breathe in a deep evasive breath, breathing in Ave into the nose, really up through the nose, exhaling Sa. And on the Ave, we're going to spin that all the way up and out. And on the Sa, we're going to experience that relaxing out of our body and beginning to form that torus field of creation as we become that 0-point generator. You ready? So you've got this crystalline energy is right there at the base of the spine, golden energy, the two are sitting there, breathing in Ave. Let's spiral. And exhale. Bringing our hands to our heart. And with your hands on your heart right now, we're going to breathe in Ave again. And on the Sa, you're going to stretch those arms out by your sides and push those palms back. Ready? Ave. Pushing the arms, pushing the hands back. Open up right here. Open up. Very powerful chakras. Open those up. There you are. And as you're doing that, allow your head to drift back. Allow your heart to open more. If you can, lift up, right? Little bounce if you can. If you can, it's okay. Woo, let that bounce happen. And then letting the heart be open, right here is this beautiful emerald ray of light. This beautiful emerald ray of light. And as this beautiful emerald ray of light is into the heart, you're feeling it expand out of both arms, coming right out of these chakras, unified with the crystalline and the golden light. And just relax and receive. Really inviting, and if you can, really push those arms out even more, push those hands back even more. Really allow yourself to feel the ignition of that 5-pointed star of eternal life. Really inviting your body to know, I am here. I am ready. I am open. Guide me. And breathing in Ave, exhaling Sa. We collect all that beautiful, beautiful, beautiful energy, bringing that right into our heart, relaxing, just really bringing all that energy in and noticing that illuminated presence as well. And I invite you to sit down if you'd like and to just really be in the essence of all that you are, and certainly all that I am, as you are as well. You know, 2024 has been a big year for this community. And I sincerely bow before you all for being here right now. It's almost unfathomable to think about that we are here right now, that it was just a moment ago that we were in 2023, crossing into this year, looking at the energy of this moment ahead, and then looking and reflecting at 2024 in the essence of that beautiful mountaintop view, which is why this evening we really wanted to come to you and let you see our mountaintop. Because when we stand in that mountaintop view and when we gaze back at that which has been, if we are wise enough and if we lift our consciousness enough, we begin to see with such humility and grace and gratitude. And we become awestruck at that which has risen through that which has been. And it is in that moment that we arise through all judgment, all fear-based experiences, and say yes to our new world. 2025 is an extraordinary moment before us. It is a moment where literally we are staring at jealousy, greed, and competition that are running in a fear-based paradigm, or we are in the center of trust, which is love, which transmutes jealousy, greed, and competition into celebration, generosity, and cooperation. I want you to feel that. Feel the essence, really feel the essence of celebration, generosity, and cooperation. Imagine a world where with every moment and with every breath, you are only seeing and holding the highest for each individual. Imagine a world where we can step out of the traditional aspects of linear time to be in our ascended presence in this body of form right now. I know you're capable of imagining that, or you wouldn't be here right now. And I invite you to put that into the YouTube. I invite you, if you're here with us live, put that into the comments. As you are gazing at the moments ahead, as we are just a few hours away from that linear transition, remember that Mercury retrograde that began a little while ago? I want to take you back there for a second. And the reason I want to take you there is this Friday, on the 3rd, that Mercury retrograde is finally going to be completely released. Everything that had to do with 2024, everything that was with you, everything that you had to reclaim, renew, remember, all of it, all of it, all of it is releasing on Friday. And right now, here we are entering into that profound moment, that moment where we, in this field of experiencing time, gift ourselves with an opportunity to reset our own dial if we choose. And that's really what's before humanity. As we move into 2025 right now, we are being invited, each being is being invited to go deep within. I want to digress for a moment. I want to invite you to bring your hands to your heart, because as I'm sitting here sharing all of this with you, I can't help, I'm going to sit down for a moment as well. I can't help but remember how many years Sri and I did this together. And I know for many of you, I've received quite a few emails and well wishes and things of that nature as we're moving into this moment this evening. And what I'm wanting to share with you in this moment is actually a story that Archangel Zadkiel shared. And it was really, really powerful at the time, because Sri and I were in New Mexico, and we were in the middle of an ensoulment. And I guess what happened was the phone rang. And Archangel Zadkiel said to Sri, answer it. And it just turned out that when he answered that phone, it was a wrong number. And it really confused him. You know, why would Archangel Zadkiel say, okay, answer this phone, do this? Why would he interrupt what seemed to be this profound transmission? And the point of the exercise was for us to really anchor, be present with, and know that the phone is always going to ring. That every moment that you are here, every moment that you are expanding, every moment that we are collectively right now further in our conscious awareness than we have ever been before, all of that brings in the allness of that which would seek to counteract that. And so the phone is always going to ring. The question is, how do you respond? And that phone right now, as we move into 2025, is firmly launched in the physical experience of this world. And in the 5 medicines of conscious awareness, there are, at 12 o'clock is the physical. At 3 o'clock is the emotional. At 6 o'clock is that very powerful mental. And at 9 o'clock is the spiritual. And in the center, the radiation, that which emanates into all of it, is consciousness itself. And this year is all about the physical and the mental, the north and the south. Breathe that in. Breathe that in, the north and the south. Why not the east and the west, right? You might say, why not the east and the west? Well, because the east and the west have already found their balance. Doesn't mean they are in balance, but they have found a balance. And in that arises the opportunity for that central core to come together. And because the East and the West represent the emotional and the spiritual, it's a call. Imagine it as these two sides are playing with each other. In 2025, this emotional spiritual is going to be the greatest call that will try to pull you. The spiritual is going to use the emotional, and the emotional is going to cling to the spiritual. Spiritual, emotional. And that's going to be a very sticky thing, and it's going to have a lot of power in the way that it moves. But those two, those East and West energies, have already come together. They're already dancing. They're already out on the floor, and they're doing a good job in this marathon. So what about this North and the South? Well, in 2025, that's going to take on an entirely new experience. North and South, first and foremost, is physical and mental. It is the physical body using the mental body to control and the mental body using the physical body to control. Because when that highway is running, when the physical and the mental are running unchecked together, then the north and the south are constantly at odds. They bait each other. They play off of each other. They need each other to continue to justify, to be, and it becomes a vicious cycle. So imagine you have this north and south baiting each other and in this vicious cycle, and then you have this east and west that have found a harmony, but it's not the harmony. So what's needed? And this is what you're feeling. This is why so many are so afraid. Because in the fear-based planetary thought body of 2025, remember that all is rising. All without limits. And so as that rises right now, as that 2025 fear-based energy is rising, as that lasso that keeps you in that same momentum over and over and over again, just new people inserted, same situation. Inside of all of that, in the still center, is consciousness. Consciousness itself. That is what's rising. Because when consciousness itself is inserted in the center, the north, the south, the east, the west, all come into balance and stillness. And they arise together in a field of unified awareness. Breathe that in. A field of unified awareness. 2025 is an extraordinary moment in this field of potentiality. Because in this specific field of potentiality, 2025 is truly when dreams will come true. It is a momentous moment, and it will absolutely be a direct reflection of the conscious awareness that is carrying the vision. So this is important to understand because everything's going to come, everything's going to manifest. If you are focused on your worst case scenario, it's going to show up in one way or another. It doesn't mean that will be the existence. It doesn't mean that's what will stay, but it will touch in and say, hey, did you want to see me for a while? And it's how we respond to that. Now, first begin with that in your personal life, and then expand that out. How about where you're living, the community you live in, the town that you live in, the way that you live? The one thing that's happening simultaneously is that with this extraordinary rise in conscious awareness, and I mean incredible rise, with this extraordinary rise, everything grows. And let me give you an example of that. So right here, this is our pickleball court, but it's also our stage. I want you to see, you see that beautiful tree right there? So that is a ceiba tree. And you see how big that tree is? And I'm going to walk over just so you get an idea of how big this tree is. So when we moved here, this tree was literally that big, popping through the ground down there, and nobody knew what it was. And this is this tree 8 years later. And this tree should not live on this mountain. It should not be here. But this tree is a symbol of what it is that we are. The impossible growing at a time when everything would say you should not be, but yet you are ready to thrive. That's the new world that's thriving right now. When we built this where we are right now, this tree, as you can see by all of its branches, was protected. And they thought that we were crazy. They certainly thought I was. Why would I care that much about that tree? Because that tree symbolizes what we are as a species. We are still here. It is December 31, 2024, whenever you would see this video in whatever form of potentiality, whenever you would connect with this in whatever field, thank you for being here. And in this field of potentiality right now, celebration is a gift that we have a choice to bring into our new world, or we can continue in the path of jealousy. And I want to just start there because this is really important, because 2025 is really going to be about jealousy, greed, and competition, or celebration, generosity, and cooperation. And the field of that is rising. That is what we are birthing here at Tosa Blue Mountain Sanctuary in Ecuador. What are you birthing where you're living right now? When we can relax jealousy from our field, when we can truly celebrate each being, is not the yoga of self-ascension, the peace, love, and joy of the celebration of the unique journey of the individual, each in their beautiful, unique way, outside of a field of an ego that would seek to judge or categorize or put into hierarchy. Each journey is beautiful, each being walking it. And when we bring jealousy into it, we kill. Jealousy kills. Jealousy stops growth. Why not celebrate? When you meet someone you might be jealous of, why not celebrate that you have met the energy field that you want? If you're jealous, they obviously have something you want, or there's a perception of that. So if there is an energy of jealousy, then thank you. That's for me. Thank you. Thank you for showing me that. When we can honor those around us and celebrate. Let's say, what if you had a negative childhood? What if you didn't have the best functional family? How about arriving into the moment of the celebration of not looking at anything with jealousy around that, perhaps at those that you feel had a different experience, and instead the celebration of being able to see with clear eyes. Celebration is where it begins. Celebrating this beautiful body of form, right, that we're living here in this field. Celebrating that we are here together right now, that we kept this divine appointment. Celebration. Because the next thing to look at when we're spinning in this field, and especially when it's a planetary thought body of fear, is to look at greed. Jealousy and greed. Jealousy is based on lack. I am jealous of you because you have that which I lack. Greed, I am jealous of you, thereby I am going to hoard or stay into this section of lack mentality. Jealousy and greed are born of a lack that is a springboard from fear. When we are afraid, we hold so tight. We're so afraid. We have to always be right. I would just rather be happy. When we're afraid, we look at others and we're envious and we have all these thoughts that come through us because we're just afraid. And when greed comes in, it comes from a lack of trust. Greed can only be born from an energy of fear. And so when we relax out of greed, what we find is our generosity. And in our generosity, we are first generous to ourselves. We begin with the energy of forgiveness. We begin with that generosity of spirit, that generosity of I am as you are. The generosity of knowing that there is always enough for all. Who am I to hoard? I am nothing more than a conduit offering out to all, so that together we are better. Generosity of spirit doesn't keep tabs and it doesn't keep balance sheets. It simply is in the harmonic flow always. It is in the spirit of the new world. Jealousy, greed, lack. Because what does that bring it to? Competition, the ultimate slayer of our divine presence. Jealousy, greed, competition. Competition is born from a need to dominate, from a need to have power over. Imagine a world where jealousy, greed, and competition, where that lack is now spinning in fear, and that when people are afraid, they will give away their power. And when they're terrified, they're going to give away their soul. And when they're jealous and when they're greedy, that means we can attract them through the utilization or the experience or the money, right? So now I can attract from that fear. And so imagine what happens when that it just collapses. Just collapses. So how does that just collapse? Collapses when you return to the center. Collapses when you become that prayer wheel. It collapses when we take that springboard of the spirituality, because all dogmatic traditions are based on this one field of linear potentiality, specifically born to sustain until your conscious awareness is ready to grow through and with that. And so as you return and you use that spirituality as the springboard that lifts you back up through the physical to fully unify within this body of form, then you embody divine mastery presence. I am as you are. The conscious awareness enters. And in that field, when all judgment drops, you're free. You're free. How do you want to embody your divine mastery presence? This is how I do it. I'm just having fun. This is art. If we have a body, why not let it be art? Why not have fun? This is, what are we doing? Where are we? Where are you? Because in your freedom, you become the embodiment of your divine mastery presence. And what I have discovered is that in the ninth dimensional space, where we are blessed to be the witness again, the eternal smile awakens and the recognition of all exists. The ego collapses, so there is nothing left to offend, and the presence ignites. You are as I am, the law of instantaneous manifestation. You're simply remembering into it. It wasn't so long ago that in this field of potentiality, consciousness rose to understand the law of attraction. And it was a beautiful first step, because the law of attraction is based upon this field of experience and this field of manifestation. I'm going to attract a car, I'm going to attract a mate, I'm going to attract the stoplight opening, whatever. It's a beautiful way to begin. Yet it carries with it a sense of lack. I am attracting because I feel that these areas here are missing whatever. So imagine now embodying your divine mastery presence, bringing in that eternal presence right here with conscious awareness, so that the law of instantaneous manifestation simply assists you to create that which is needed from the abundant flow of the universe, rather than needing to attract it from a sense of lack that keeps us stuck. I am as you are. And you are the law of instantaneous manifestation. This year, the one that is closing, this bridge that is opening, in 2012, when Shri and I were very blessed to be living among the Ketchikel in Lake Atitlan, and they would cry in my lap, and they would just cry and cry about how humanity was stealing their prophecies for money and all the things that were happening. But the one thing that was so profound during that time was that no matter what was happening, there was this dedication to the integrity of the lineage, the integrity of the culture, and the integrity of the message for humanity. And that would be the consistent gift. And tonight is my 23rd year to stand before you. And I honor you and thank you for knowing that I could not have been here for 23 years had not the blessing of that which pours forward gifted you in some way. And for that, I am honored. And I am also aware that we are living in a moment that is uniquely unfolding. And we are being faced with extraordinary challenges that are worthy of our celebration, our generosity, and our cooperation. So what is cooperation? Cooperation is this round table. Cooperation is coming together with the collective resources of our mastery. It is the freedom that comes forward when we let go of ulterior motives, because we cannot let go of ulterior motives if we are judging, because judgment itself is an ulterior motive. It seeks to find reasons. It gives that 6 o'clock mind a lot of power. Imagine doing things because it's just the right thing to do. 2025 is going to invite you to make that decision often. 2025 is before you as truly the most brilliant, beautiful year of your life. If you choose celebration, generosity, and cooperation as a gateway. Imagine your life right now, waking your eyes up in the morning and knowing that you are living in the service of that which is emerging. To really shepherd that beyond a sense of a me, in the essence and awareness of thee, the collective thee, because even the we sets up an us and them situation. I am as you are, thee. And thee is emerging. We as a species, humanity, this experience of this body of form that needs blood, that needs oxygen, that is co-creating this extraordinary experience. We are emerging. We are moving from the experience of one aspect of fear into the aspect of terror. Fear, we give away our power. Terror, we give away our soul. So in the energy of that which would be terrifying or terrorizing, we are also invited to discover the power of our divine nature. In the essence of a rising technological arrogance, and this was, if you go back and read the 2023 predictions, everything's at the website, masterladykiraraa.com or shrinkira.com. But if you gaze at the spiritual arrogance that's rising through technology, at how quickly you become acclimatized to giving away your power, at how quickly your eyes and your energy field are scanning and looking for things that move your adrenaline in certain ways, then you're already hooked in, Neos. You're already in there. And the gift is that you can break free. And again, I want to stress, please, at the YouTube channel, Official Shri and Kira, watch the video, Erase, 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 the ultimate mind control, because you can free yourself of this. And in this year ahead, this technology is being utilized in very profound ways that are already done. This isn't like a we can change it thing. It's already done. But what is not done is the battle for the dominion of your brain, because you have the capacity to really remain sovereign in this moment and to thrive, to absolutely command the law of instantaneous manifestation. But it is going to take a couple of moments. And I encourage you to get serious about the Yoga of Self-Ascension. Visit masterladykiraraa.com, visit shrinkira.com. There are hundreds and hundreds of pages of free material, practices. Learn, and then learn more. Because you right now are here for your children, your children's children, and beyond. So that these trees, this fresh air, we're so blessed to be here where there's not even air traffic, nothing, just this pure fresh air. To breathe that air, to hear all the birds, to see the nature's animals, to have all of these bountiful gifts. This is our moment. And this is why the new world is rising and saying, what do you want? Because when fear bubbles, trust is right next to it. The 7 polarities of free will opened up in 2015. They unfolded all the way through. And when we got off at that top floor of that escalator, it's been ours to co-create. We are living in concentric dimensionality. We are moving through spiral time. And as 2025 comes in, as we cross this bridge right now into that, the wheels of eternal time are spinning. And we have the capacity and the power to be able to call into this body of form all that I am as you are. I want you to take a minute and bring your hands to your third chakra. Can you do that? I'm going to go back a little bit. Right there, third chakra. And let's breathe in a deep Ave saw breath. Let's go in Ave. Exhaling. Smile. Let's do that again. Ave. Exhaling. Smile. One more time. Let's switch hands. Breathing in Ave. Exhaling. With a smile. Really relaxing those arms. And as you do, really relax your belly. Just and notice the gift of joy. This is the moment before us to decide that joy is a choice, to remember that joy is a choice, and to make that choice. Because at the end of the day, the ultimate truth detector, right here, your heart. And as we move forward collectively, no matter what happens, your heart will guide you. I want to invite your heart to consider something right now as I share this with you. You know, these earrings that I'm wearing right here were gifted to me by Tanya at Happy Fruit, who also was such a blessing in the miracle and birthing of cacao and cacao ceremony and how this lineage is moving forward. But the reason I'm mentioning these earrings is because they were made by these beautiful indigenous women of the Amazon. And right now, Global Minga is sitting in a standstill. And the clinic is sitting at a standstill. It's that quiet moment at the end of the year. And there are beautiful people that are not eating tonight, that are ushering in this new year, praying just for water. And I invite you to join me this evening in quantum space and time, where the abundant flow that they deserve, that we all can facilitate, is arriving in a manner that will sustain and protect our beautiful Amazonian river. In 2012, when those Maya were crying, what was happening was that the Kundalini of the planet was moving from the Himalayas to the Andes. And when that energy shifted, India became in a, let's just say, unprotected zone. It was basically, okay, game's up, go. And in addition to that, you have Mother Ganga, the beautiful Ganga River, this mighty, strong, feminine river, meeting over here this very masculine serpiente, the Amazon. And so you've had this big serpiente of the Amazon and this rushing Mother Ganga since 2012, and they have been moving forward, east and west. And they have found their harmony, and they are dancing. But it's this north and south that is also coming forward. The Kundalini of the planet herself is seeking to stabilize. And so that means that we are being asked to find our way through lifting. All of the cities, all of the channels are all available to be open. And they are opening. And in the moment, to fulfill that, to open that, does require the gift of space that offers you clarity through pure air, pure food, abundant water. Pure air, pure food, abundant water. That's why Shri and I came to Ecuador. Pure air, pure food, abundant water. Wherever your nirvana is, and maybe it's to come visit us here or join us here in our new community, but wherever that is for you, 2025 is going to do everything it can to rise the areas that have it, but simultaneously there will be those trying to sustain so there aren't so many. This is why when we come together, we have more power, because within the heart of the community, within the heart of the new world, is emergence itself, carrying the seeds of the creation through the law of instantaneous manifestation, and remembering that all energy is neutral. And so if all energy is neutral, everything is going to rise. It's how we meet it that is ours to decide. Bring your hands to your heart. Take in a deep breath. Feel down to that third chakra again. And discover your smile. You stood in line to be here on this planet right now, at this moment. No matter what is happening, no matter what tries to take away your joy, you wanted to be here. Because we are collectively standing at the precipice of conscious awareness, at the gift of true expansion, and to do it consciously ascended while in this body of form, thereby having to walk through all of the judgments and paradigms. And so as 2025 comes into your life experience, and as we all step into it this evening, my heart first bows before you and says, thank you. Thank you for being here this year. With all my heart and soul, thank you. Thank you for being here now. Thank you for supporting the Yoga of Self-Ascension, because it matters more than ever. What matters is that each one of us is able to reclaim the freedom of our mind and our beautiful soul while in this body of form, without anything interrupting your trust of self. I am as you are. If you ever need to remember how extraordinary you are, play this again. You matter, and you are a blessing. And I am Master Lady Kira Raa, and I bow before you. And as we move into 2025, many of you might be saying, Kira, where's the ensoulment? You've been receiving it. Many things are shifting. And during 2025, the greatest gift that has happened to me, and there have been many, is the discovery of who I am. I spent 22 years in a very beautiful genie bottle with Sri, and I was protected from everything. And as I share, I feel like Truman really coming out for the first time. And in that, there has been terror, there has been sadness, there has been joy, there has been everything. And as we sit here together, as I sit here with you on the edge of this beautiful new year, in this field of potentiality, I am so grateful to have had the opportunity to have spent 22 years with an ascended master in form, to have been able to receive the blessing and the benefit of all that I was taught and protected around and able to sustain, so that right now, in this moment, I know for a fact you can do it too. You are a pioneer as much as I am, as much as we all are. That means we get to carry the machete, it means we get to sit on the buckboard, and it also means we get to discover a whole lot of beautiful things together. And what I know is that that chapter which closed is because the next one has already started writing. And so what are you writing? What is your chapter saying? What is the new book before you? This is your moment to claim it. And so bringing our hands to our heart and loving you with all that I am. Go celebrate, be generous, and of all things, cooperate. Have fun, and Happy New Year. We love you. Many blessings. Namaste.